everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do the next two prompts for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 5, which is a weekly prompt challenge that is hosted by Amy at Crafty Cat. Where on Mondays she draws out two prompts, and you're to do two pieces of ephemera using those prompts. And as you can tell by the name, hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 5, this is her fifth go through of the challenge, and this time the overall theme is just random. So she's just put a bunch of random prompts in a bag, and you can interpret those however you like and use what kind of whatever kind of base that you want to make the prompts work, whether it be tags like I'm going to do today, or pockets or tucks or collage work or art pieces or whatever. She's not limited to any kind of particular item. Her only rule, if you can call it a rule, is to use the prompts. So for this week, she drew out something you like and your favorite place. So I'm going to start with something you like, and for that, like I said, I'm going to do a tag, and I'm going to use this tag base, and I'm going to cover it with this map scrapbook paper. I'm having problems getting my thoughts together here. Hopefully I'll wake up in a minute and we'll be able to proceed without me stammering over my words. And I've picked this quote that says, "Travel the world over to find the beautiful." And because I like to travel, and when I travel, I like to go to flea markets and antique stores and see the architecture and all the fun stuff that I enjoy. And then I have this owl, because I love owls, that I'm going to put on here as well. And then I've got some stamps. Once I get the tag covered, then I'm going to put in the background. I'm going to use this set, which is Creative Expressions, and it is tailor-made journals. And I'm going to use some of these words like antique and vintage and travel and art. And just kind of randomly stamp in the background. So we're going to see how that is going to work out. And I pulled the art out, and I can't figure out, there it is, where I laid it, because I was kind of laying them out to see if I thought that was going to work, and I couldn't figure out what I did with it, but I found it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, I'm just going to trace around this tag and cut my piece of scrapbook paper to fit the tag. Both of these makes are going to be really simple. They're not going to take a whole lot of time. But sometimes that happens when you're doing a prompt challenge. You know, you can accomplish what you want to say without having to spend an hour on a make, and then sometimes it takes longer than an hour. It really just depends on what you come up with as your idea for how to express the prompts. So both of these just happen to be something that are not. It's something that's not going to take a very long time. So there we go. Hope everybody's having a good day today, and that you had a great holiday, and that you got to eat some good holiday food and spend time with your family and friends. And that you didn't burn up, which is, had I had to have been outside somewhere, would have burned up, because very warm. But I didn't have to be outside. We're just kind of chilling. We're not having anybody over or anything. We used to have big old cookouts on the 4th and would invite people we work with and family and the whole 9 yards, and have like whole house full of people on the 4th, and we would grill out and have fireworks and the whole 9 yards. But since we're retired now, and since my grandkids are older, and they usually have their own little places they have to go and be on holidays, because they're usually playing ball somewhere or doing something like that, we don't do that anymore. And so we're just kind of chilling in the air conditioner, which that can be good too. Trying to get ready for our trip, which I'm excited about, and hopefully I can come home with some of these vintage things that I like to go hunt for. If I find anything good, I'll be happy to share it with you when I get home. Sometimes looking is just as fun as buying. You know, it doesn't bother me to go out and look and not find anything, you know, because to me the adventure is looking for it. Okay, now I am making this tag so that it will go this way. And my thought is, when you put it in a journal, like if I put it here, that you would put it this way, and this would hang out kind of like a tab. And you could also, when you glued it down, make it a pocket right here if you wanted to. So rather than have it go like this, I'm going to, you know, put my pieces on so that it ups the long side, it's horizontal instead of being vertical. I said that I'd quit stammering, but it's not working, is it? Okay, so let's ink this. And then I'm going to do some stamping with those words. So if it's going to go like this, and my little sentiment, and these were Tim Holtz, this is Tim Holtz chipboard sentiment, and I just made it thinner by peeling some layers off. And this is a kind of like a baseboard piece too. It's not Tim Holtz. And actually, I can't remember who it is. It may be Samperia. But I wouldn't swear to that. And I think... Okay, I was just trying to get a visual idea of where I want to stamp. So, I'm going to use Archival Ink potting soil. Let me get me a block here. And then I'm just going to kind of... Oh! I got lucky there, didn't I? Dropping stuff. So there's the art. Let's do vintage. Into turn it over this way so I can read them. Antique. Okay, let's do travel. Okay, so maybe we want one more up here. What do we want up there? Let's put trip. I cannot hold on to that today. Maybe right there. Okay, then maybe I should repeat them. Well, I could use journal. I like to journal too, right? I mean, I don't really journal, but you know what I mean. And then maybe one turn sideways right there. Let's see. Maybe book. I wish it said books with an S on the end. Really like that book better. No, I guess this one is different font. Okay, I think that'll work. Alright, so let's now glue everything down. I want to ink this up. My one-footed owl. Alright, glue him down first. Okay, now glue down the sentiment. Alright, now I'm wondering, do I need a part of something right there? Now I think I'm going to do another art. Just to kind of give it a little bit of repetition. And I might do it in a different color. Let's do some in black. Let's do I could do voyage. I hadn't done that one. I'm going to do like half the word, like it's off the page. Okay. Now let's do antique again. I'm gonna do it up here. Kind of that same way. Kind of half off the page. And trip. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so there is my interpretation of, I got ink on there, of something I like. Maybe I should put some more splatters on there just so it looks intentional. Get my splatter stamp. And I'm going to get my coffee stamp, maybe. Where is it? Maybe I'll use tea dye. I don't know if it's going to be dark enough. We're going to try it. Looks okay. All right, so there is that one. So now we're going to do the second prompt, which is your favorite place, I think. And I was trying to decide what to do for this one, and I found this in the Tim Holtz sentiment little thing. And it says, together is the best place to be. And that is true for me. I don't care where I am. As long as I'm with people that I care about, then that's the best place as far as I'm concerned. So I have another tag that I have cut out of just a digital, and I've just cut it into the same size tag, and I'm going to ink around that. And this is printed on cardstock, so it's a little thicker. It's not a really thick cardstock, but it's plenty thick enough for a tag. And I just left the back plain, since it's for me. I don't need a fancy back. And then I have my little sentiment. And then I've cut 2 hearts out of using the Tim Holtz Tipsy Heart die, which is one of the older dies that's in the thicker, you know, when they have the big Sizzix thick dies. I found it at a thrift store. So I don't know if it's still available or not. And I ran it through an embossing folder that kind of looks like scallops. The bigger one I did. The smaller one I left as it was, and I just used manila folder. And I'm going to color this smaller one. I'm going to color with some ink and make it red. So I think I want to use Barn Door. I think that's going to be the closest, but let me grab a couple of reds. Okay, and let me get my brushes here. Okay. I don't use these brushes a whole lot. I like them. I just don't think to reach for them a lot of times. Alright, let me see. This is Lumberjack Plaid. So we're going to see which one we want. Okay, so that's Lumberjack Plaid. And then this one is Barn Door. And if you get these brushes, this is all you need because you can clean them off. And as long as you, you might want to have like one set for inks and one set for oxides because Tim suggests that you not mix those two together on your brushes and things. But if you get these, you can clean them off enough to where if you just do the colors of the rainbow, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and I mean, you don't really, if you do a blue and a purple. And then I have one that I use for my browns. And I just went around these with Sharpies so that I would know which brush was which. So, but, yeah, you can clean them off enough that it doesn't, you know, you can use with all the reds, all the oranges, all the yellows, all the greens, all the blues, if that makes sense. Because obviously I'm not making sense with much of anything today. Okay. So either one of those really would be fine. I think I'm going to go with the Barn Door, like my original thought. So I'm just going to take my, oh, and they have an adjustable thing to where if you want a bigger swipe, softer, you can pull that back. If you want more intense in one spot, you just push the little color forward until you get it, you know, where you want it. So I'm going to start with it pretty close. And I'm just going to start off the heart so I don't get any swoopy little circle patterns on my piece. And then I'm just going to apply ink until I get it to the level of red that I would like it to be. Okay, I think that's got it. And then, like I said, you can just do it like this until you get it pretty clean. And then just put your lid back on there and you're good to go for next time. If you feel like that they are getting too dirty or whatever, you can always wash them and let them dry and then put them back in. But I've never had to wash mine. The main thing is just to stay in your color families with them. Okay, now I'm going to ink with Vintage Photo. And just kind of give myself an outline there. Move this out of the way. And then I'm going to put this one, I'm going to glue flat. Put my hole in the top. put a reinforcer. Okay, and then this one will go, like I said, flat down. Oops. And then for this one, I am going to tear it in half. I know. Why'd you do that? Well, because in the case of the hubby and I, it is not either one of us first rodeo, so we're both a member of the Mended Hearts Club. So now I'm going to put not to say that he was not my first love, because he was, and I believe that I was his, because we originally met when I was the summer between my junior and senior year in high school. But our lives went totally separate ways, and we did not end up together until 32 years later. So, there you go. Alright, now I want to put some foam tape on this to make it stick up. Alright, so I got my big obnoxious roll of foam tape here. That I can't get this stupid paper off the back of. Why? Why do they make this so difficult? There we go. So I'm going to put a piece on this side and a piece on the other side. And put that on there. Oops. Got a piece of black hanging out. Okay, so it's gonna go on here. And then my sentiment is gonna go right across there. Just like that. preferably, without getting glue all over the place. And there we go. Like I said, everything's pretty simple makes today, but I like them. Sometimes simple is good. So I'll bring the other one back so you can see it again as well. And I'll find some string or something. I've got my twine here. Went to one of my vintage shopping finds. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it runs out. I bought it as much for loving the cone thing that it's on as the string that's on it. And when I originally bought it, I've had it several years, and when I originally bought it, the first thing I thought of was Christmas tree, because it has a hole up here, and I thought, oh, it would be really cute if you could find, you know, like a little star to put at the top, and it'd make just like a little Christmas tree, a little vintagey Christmas tree. Well, then I started looking at the string on it, and the string on it is awesome. It's really vintagey looking, and it's, you know, thick but not too thick. And so I started using it to put on my tags and stuff and journaling. And so it never made it to be a Christmas tree, but it's still well loved. But yeah, I'm gonna be sad when it's all gone, and maybe then I'll take the actual cone and make a Christmas tree out of that part without the string. Put a string on this one. All right, so there's my tube tags, my favorite things, and my favorite place to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. And again, check out Amy at Crafty Cat to get your prompts on Mondays. She draws them out of her little bag. And I hope you'll join in. It's a really fun little prompt challenge, and it's not, you know, it's not a great time consumer, and it gives you something to work on your creativity and get you thinking. That's why I like to do prompt challenges, because I feel like they make me step outside just regular journal making a little bit, and gives you a break from just constantly sitting and putting journals together, which I love, but sometimes I feel like that if you work on them for too long at one time, you kind of lose your creativity, and it's best to kind of break it up with something else, or to take a break and then come back, and I think the ideas are fresher. So thanks, guys. Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the next hashtag Nothing But Neutrals. So until then, again, have a great weekend. See you Tuesday. Bye.